Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ on a very exciting Wednesday. So pretty much each year there's some change to how the NBA approaches the All-Star break. What types of games they're going to have, it's a mini tournament, competitions, etc. Okay. So now NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says expect some form, let's see if you like this, of Team USA versus the world. The NBA paid close attention to what the NHL did this past season with the Four Nations, which was a huge hit. So if we get Team World, we don't know exactly what's going to be. Some semblance of like Luka, SGA, Giannis, Wemby, Jokic. So we're going to have Brad and Ashley on, and they are each going to put together a Team USA. Ashley has already been yelling about Brad potentially looking at her paper. Brad, keep your eyes to yourself.
We're back in high school looking at everybody's paper.
We just had Pierre Maguire in here, and this guy over here is fangirling so hard. He's like, that dude is silk.
I couldn't.
Or the way he talks.
That's the best part. I totally got his number.
I did. I only had to ask once.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
You know, I've met some athletes in my time. Oddly, he's like the coolest. He's the coolest guy. He's the coolest guy. His voice, he's great.
Okay, so he was a big advocate of what the NHL did, and that was so fun to watch. So we're gonna
with the world and
yeah, exactly. I mean, we were all on board. It was almost like watching the Olympics or something like that.
I'm not even a big hockey fan, and I was like,
but
there you go.
Hockey players care about this stuff. That's the big difference.
Okay, so how do you feel about the NBA doing it?
Well, the NBA, it's cool. The world versus the USA is a cool concept. It works because in hockey they really do care about this stuff. So let's see if the NBA guys care about this. If they do, it is a cool format. Adam Silver is really obviously doing whatever he can to get some enthusiasm going for a dying All-Star game.
Yeah.
But the concept is cool.
Yeah, they're also moving into the afternoon. I don't know if that makes a big difference, but I do think we'll see a different level of competition because it is Team USA versus the world, and there's this constant narrative in the NBA, is the rest of the world catching up, or have they already beaten America when it comes to pushing out these NBA players and those NBA players dominating in the NBA. So I think with this now being the focal point of the All-Star game, you're going to get a drastically different level of competition. Just because guys are going to want to say, no, America's still the best, don't get it twisted. And I think we're going to see a little bit more pizzazz in the way they're playing.
At least maybe in the fourth quarter. You know, at least something.
I think maybe a little bit more. I mean, think about how serious some of those exhibition games are during the Olympics.
I hope so.
I mean, those guys take the American flag seriously.
And from the other countries too. I mean, there's a lot of pride there. I think, you know, the difference of the Four Nations. They had Four Nations.
No question.
This is a world thing, but still, you know, hey.
No question. And in the Olympics, all those guys are split up. So like Jokic is on one team and Wembanyama's on one team, and we have the collection of stars, and they all have to play for their own country. To get all those guys together, America would have a hell of a time beating a European team.
It's going to want to further prove to people who are doubting, no, America's still the best. This is our turf, and we're going to show you how good we actually are. So I think we're going to get a different level of intensity. I'm excited.
Yeah, and to your point, Ash, the exhibitions in Paris, we saw that firsthand. We saw the documentary afterwards. It was, you know, very competitive, very spicy. We're in that, by the way.
Yeah.
The documentary, our voices.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
I was watching on Netflix. I'm like, wait, I know that voice. It's me.
Did you get checked from Netflix?
Dang.
I didn't either.
I got both you guys' numbers too.
We're in the same category as Pierre in your eyes?
No,
we're not. Okay, we got to get this train back on the tracks. And we already kind of talked about the potential world lineup. So if we look at it again, Luka, SGA, Giannis, Wemby, the Joker, we're going to have you guys build your teams that you think could combat all this superstar power here. Ashley, I know Brad was trying to cheat off your paper, so I'll let you go first.
Trying to cheat off my paper. All right, so listen.
My only chance of passing.
This is a crazy, crazy lineup. When you talk about the future of the NBA, so many of those stars are sitting right here on this potential lineup. So I had to go realistic. I know some people are going to say, well, you got to go youth too in this scenario. I didn't do that. I just went best of the best currently still existing in the NBA. So I put Steph Curry at the 1. I put Anthony Edwards at the 2. KD at the 3. LeBron at the 4. And this was a
controversy.
This was a controversial pick because, as we know, Barnes.
You have been calling me Joel Embiid at this entire time
But you
I've
know
been
what?
injured.
You rehab faster. You rehab way faster than Joel Embiid did. So that's credit to you. Look, the lack of American centers in the NBA is a very real thing. So this made it very difficult, especially American centers at a certain level in their craft, right? So this made it controversial because, as we know, Joel Embiid is not American-born, but he did play for Team USA.
Technicality.
And again, injury sliders off in this scenario. I didn't incorporate any of that. Joel Embiid, for me, the best pick at the 5, if fully healthy, to represent Team USA. Again, controversial pick, but he did play for Team USA in the Olympics. He did have a gold medal with Team USA. I gotta put him on representing Team USA.
Yeah, that's like when people ask me if I'm from Florida. It's like I've been here for 12 years. Like my license, my driver's license says that, but I'm from California.
He's not representing France, and he's so far removed from any other place in the world besides Team USA. He's gonna represent.
All right, let's see my team.
Okay, so Brad, what's yours?
Okay, my team is the same. I have to look at something. I'm looking
There
at
you go, Brad.
Okay, so listen. Here we go. Curry and Edwards, no question. Durant, no question. Here's where I differ from you. I'm taking Jalen Williams over LeBron James. If we're talking, if this is a serious game, and like my daughter's future is on the line.
Wow.
Okay, let's say like this is a real game. My team's got to win.
Damn.
My team's got to win. I'm telling you, Jalen Williams, I need defense. I need wing defense to cover for Stephen Curry. I need serious defense in a center to cover for Stephen Curry. We saw that problem with your Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. You put two kind of bad defenders together, it's big time trouble. Anthony Davis is a better defender. He's also from America at center. And Joel Embiid.
He played for Team USA.
And Jalen Williams as a two-way wing at this stage of LeBron James' career. I know this sounds blasphemous, but I would take Jalen Williams if I had to win that game.
I don't know.
That's crazy, Brad.
Who did you have again, Ashley?
I had LeBron at the 4.
Okay.
I will say this though.
She's
Look,
scared to go away from the OG.
I am not. I'll tell you why I'm still sticking with LeBron, because if this were a 7 series, if this was a series of best of 7, we could be having a different conversation. But I'm telling you, when the stage is bright, and I have seen and watched LeBron his entire career, exhibition games, when it comes to representing the red, white, and blue, and representing the fact that America is still the best when it comes to producing NBA talent, and this is still our turf, nobody is going to play harder than LeBron James and Kevin Durant at proving that point, especially LeBron at this stage in his career. I will take him 10 out of 10 times.
Okay, but now let's be truthful here. Out of your teams in the world team, who wins that game?
Oh man,
Team World is cooking.
I don't know. That world team is nasty.
Yeah,
we're getting
Wembanyama, Luka, Jokic. It's that world team is nasty.
I think it'd be close.
Here's how it would be close: is if Curry did what he did in the Olympics. Here's how it would be close: Curry catches a heater, and it doesn't matter. And Curry, to me, you set up your team so that Curry is covered everywhere. He's covered in rim protection. He's covered in defensive protection on the perimeter. And then he can just cook. And if Curry cooks, then all bets are off.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's all about Steph Curry.
We saw that in the Olympics. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I saw the world starting 5, and I'm feeling a little nervous about Team USA versus the world. Brad, Ash, we appreciate it. Hang tight. More to come.
Pierre's still out there if you need to.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Brad, you can't be fanboying over here just yet. Ashley, Triple Threat, what can we look forward to on your show?
Look, we did the show from home this week, but you want to see some ominous reporting before Tibbs was actually fired? Go back and watch yesterday's show. It was interesting.
Okay.